Have you ever opened your eyes between 3 and 5 a.m. and felt something you couldn't explain? Maybe a quiet heaviness in the room, a strange stillness in your chest, or a sense that something unseen was trying to reach you. Perhaps you felt wide awake for no logical reason, even though your body was tired. You tried to go back to sleep, but something inside whispered, "Stay awake. Listen." My friend, this moment is not random. It is a spiritual calling. And according to Paramhansa Yogananda's teachings, waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. could be one of the most important messages your soul is receiving. This window of time, often called the Brahma Muhurta in ancient spiritual traditions, holds a vibration the rest of the day simply cannot match. Between 3 and 5 a.m., the world is quiet. Human thoughts are less active. Energies are subtle, clean, and open. And during this sacred time, your soul becomes unusually receptive. But if you suddenly wake up in this period without setting an alarm, it's not just the environment that is different, you are different. Yogananda explained that the soul speaks most clearly when the mind is silent. And during these early morning hours, the veil between the physical world and the spiritual world becomes incredibly thin. This thinning allows intuition, divine guidance, subconscious messages, and unresolved emotional burdens to rise more easily to the surface. So when you wake up at this time, the universe may be delivering a message you've been too busy, too stressed, or too distracted to hear during the day. Sometimes waking up early is simply the effect of stress or an irregular sleep cycle, but not always. There are moments when your soul is literally shaking you awake, not to scare you, but to warn you, guide you, or elevate you. Yogananda taught that society has distracted humans far from their inner worlds. We are constantly running, chasing careers, relationships, money, approval, identity, but how often do we sit alone with our own consciousness? How often do we listen to the divine presence within us? So when your soul needs your attention, it waits for a time when the world is quiet, and then it taps gently on your awareness. If you are waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. repeatedly, especially during emotionally heavy or confusing phases of life, it may be because your soul is trying to realign your path. You might be making decisions that go against your spiritual nature. You might be ignoring your intuition. You might be carrying guilt, resentment, or unresolved trauma that needs healing. You might be holding on to relationships or habits that are lowering the vibration of your life. During the day, your logical mind argues. It overthinks. It gets caught in fears of what if, and what will people think. But at 4 a.m., the ego is quiet. Only your higher self is awake with you. And this higher self doesn't lie. It tells the truth you've been avoiding. Sometimes waking up early is the universe gently warning you. You are drifting from your spiritual direction. You are ignoring what your heart already knows. You are not living in alignment with your soul's purpose. Yogananda believed that inner misalignment always shows its first signs in the subtle energy body, long before it appears in physical life. So the universe often tries to warn you energetically before something goes wrong externally. Waking up in the early hours may be your soul's way of saying, pay attention before life forces you to pay attention. But there's another side to this early awakening, one much more uplifting. Sometimes the universe wakes you up because you are evolving. Your consciousness is rising. Your energy is shifting. You are becoming more sensitive, more intuitive, more spiritually aware. When your vibration grows, your sleep cycle naturally changes. Your body begins responding more to spiritual rhythms than physical ones. You are being called into higher awareness. Many spiritual seekers across the world, monks, yogis, mystics, naturally wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. without alarms. Not because they want to impress anyone, but because their souls feel alive during these hours. Yogananda himself often meditated long before dawn. He said the early morning silence opens the doorway to the infinite. If you feel restless during these hours, it may be because your soul is asking you to release something, a fear, a habit, a memory, a burden. Something inside you is ready to let go. Something inside you wants freedom. If you feel peaceful during these hours, it may be because your angels, guides, or higher self are trying to connect with you. You might feel inspirations, sudden clarity, or a strong sense that you're being watched over. Some people feel warmth. Some feel emotional releases. Some feel messages forming in their hearts. But the most important thing is this. Don't ignore these awakenings. Don't brush them off as random. Something is trying to reach you. The moment you wake up, your mind may want to grab your phone, check messages, or get distracted. Don't do it. Those first 2 to 3 minutes are sacred. Instead, Put your hand on your heart, take a breath, and ask quietly, what are you trying to tell me? What do I need to hear right now? What am I avoiding during the day? You may not hear words. You may feel only a sense, a nudge, a knowing. That is enough. That is how the soul speaks. Yogananda said the divine often whispers. It rarely shouts. So waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. is one of the quietest yet strongest ways the universe reaches us. And it's exactly in this early morning silence that your journey into deeper spiritual understanding begins. This early morning silence is more than empty space, it is a doorway. When the rest of the world is sleeping, you are being invited into a different dimension of awareness. Yogananda said that the soul remembers its true nature most clearly when distractions fade, and between 3 and 5 a.m., distractions are at their weakest. This is the window where your consciousness naturally rises closer to its original spiritual frequency. If you keep waking up during this time, especially with a sense of heaviness or restlessness, it may be the universe encouraging you to release old emotional weight. Perhaps there are wounds you haven't acknowledged. Maybe there are patterns from your childhood, relationships, or past decisions that you've pushed down. But the soul never forgets. And when the world is quiet, those forgotten pieces come back to the surface, not to hurt you, but to free you. Yogananda taught that emotional pain is not a punishment. It is a signal that something inside is ready to evolve. So when you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. feeling unsettled, it may be your deeper self asking you to finally face something with courage. You might feel memories flashing, or guilt resurfacing, or fears becoming louder. These are not signs of weakness, they're signs of purification. But what if you wake up not with fear, but with stillness? A calm presence? A sense of being observed or protected? This, too, has deep meaning. In Yogananda's teachings, early morning awakenings can be signs of spiritual assistance. You may be receiving guidance from higher realms, intuitive downloads, soul-level insights, or even blessings from divine forces. Many people report that after waking up during these hours, they suddenly get answers they've been searching for. Clarity appears. Direction appears. Peace appears. You must understand, the mind loves noise, but the soul loves silence. And silence is deepest between 3 and 5 a.m. This is why the universe uses that time to whisper to you, to guide you, to ask you to trust the unseen. Waking up at this time repeatedly is not coincidence, it is communication. You might be going through a phase where the universe is preparing you for the next chapter of your life. Growth always comes before change, and the soul awakens before the life aligns. If your inner world is shifting, your outer world is about to shift too. But the soul awakens first, at 4 a.m., when everything is still. So what do you do when you wake up during this sacred window? You don't panic. You don't overthink. You don't distract yourself. You tune in. Sit up for a few moments. Breathe slowly. Let the silence settle into your chest. Ask your soul, what do you want me to know? What am I being prepared for? What needs to change? What truth am I ignoring? You will feel something, a pull, a whisper, a sense of direction. Trust it. Yogananda emphasized that spiritual messages rarely come as loud voices. They come as feelings, intuitions, inner nudges, bursts of clarity, or sudden emotional releases. If tears come, let them. If memories surface, hold them gently. If you feel peace, stay in it. If you feel a calling to pray, meditate, breathe, or reflect, follow it. This is the sacred time when your soul resets. When your heart heals. When your energy rearranges itself into alignment. And there's something else, something Yogananda hinted at. When you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m., there's a chance your spiritual energy is rising. You might be experiencing the early signs of awakening. Increased intuition, sensitivity, empathy, deeper thoughts, emotional intelligence. These are not weaknesses. They are evolution. Signs your soul is waking up. The universe tests, teaches, and transforms you in these early hours. Not to frighten you, but to evolve you. If you ignore the call, you remain stuck. But if you listen, everything changes. Your relationships shift. Your priorities shift. Your attitude shifts. Your inner peace strengthens. Your intuition sharpens. Your connection to the divine deepens. You become more aware, more centered, more in tune with who you truly are. This is why waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. is not just a spiritual warning, it is an invitation. An invitation to reconnect with your higher purpose. An invitation to realign with truth. An invitation to release what hurts and embrace what heals. An invitation to return to your soul. So the next time you open your eyes at 4 a.m., don't curse it. Don't dismiss it. Don't run from it. Sit, breathe, listen. You are not awake by accident. You are awake because your soul is speaking. And the universe wants you to hear. This is your calling, answer it. If this message spoke to your soul, then stay connected. Your spiritual journey is unfolding, and I'm here to walk with you through every step. If you want more guidance, more clarity, and more truth just like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications. Your awakening has already begun. Don't walk it alone.